College football season has rolled into mid-October, and with each week, every recruiting visit gets more and more important as we roll up on the early signing day, which is on December 20th. Today, in this video, I'm going to tell you about the most important recruiting visits in week 7 of the college football season. But before we do that, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Look at that. We're almost to 20K. I want to get there by the end of the weekend, so hit that subscribe button for me. All right. The most important visits of the weekend. Let's start with 5-star plus quarterback Bryce Underwood. He's visiting LSU. Now, Bryce Underwood is the #1 quarterback and the #1 overall player in the 2025 class. I think LSU and Michigan, they've seemed to emerge as early favorites. Now, Colorado and Penn State also heavily involved, but this recruitment is going to be solved in January. Bryce Underwood has said that he wants to make his commitment in early January. So really, this is kind of the home stretch of his recruitment, and this visit to LSU is vitally important. A couple weeks ago, LSU had George McIntyre, the #2 quarterback on campus, but this weekend, it's all about Bryce Underwood. Be sure to check out the Bengal Tiger site because they're going to have updates all weekend. My guy, Shay Dixon, he's got you guys on lockdown there, so go check out the Bengal Tiger. All right, moving on to 4-star athlete Jalewis Solomon. He's visiting South Carolina this weekend. South Carolina, if you remember, was the early favorite to land him back in August when he committed to Auburn. But on Tuesday, he reopened his recruitment, decommitted from Auburn after about 2 months of being committed. And the Gamecocks got to feel like the team to beat getting this first visit fresh off the decommit. We'll see what happens with Jalewis Solomon. I'm not sure if he's going to make a rush to make a second decision or take more visits, but this visit to South Carolina this weekend is significant. Speaking of South Carolina significant visits, 4-star edge Cameron Fountain, 6'5.5", 240 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia. Now, he committed to the USC Trojans back in June. He's a solid commitment, but he will be in Columbia this weekend. So how solid can you be if you're taking an official visit to South Carolina? It's another important visitor for Shane Beamer in this staff this weekend. A lot going on in South Carolina as they take on the Florida Gators. All right, back to the 2025 class. 4-star quarterback George McIntyre. We talked about the #1 quarterback, so let's talk about the #2 quarterback. George McIntyre from Brentwood Academy in Nashville is going to take his first visit to the in-state Tennessee Volunteers this weekend. He's been to LSU. He's been to Alabama this year. It's a little controversial, but I have a pick in on the recruiting prediction machine for McIntyre to Alabama. But Tennessee is very much in this, and it's very early in his recruitment. Josh Heupel is involved in this one. McIntyre is intrigued in the offense, and this will be a great opportunity to show him what Tennessee's all about in person. All right, now 4-star edge C.J. Jackson. You may have heard of him because this week he decommitted from Georgia Tech. He's an on 300 edge out of Tucker, Georgia. And this weekend, he's going to be in Baton Rouge. LSU is going to try to set the bar high with this first visit coming out of his open recruitment. But also, UCF, Auburn, Texas, Colorado, they are trying to get involved. They are also trying to get C.J. Jackson on campus. But like I said, fresh off this decommitment from Georgia Tech, LSU is going to get the first crack at him this weekend. I expect more visits to come, though, before Jackson makes another decision. All right, that's it for important visits this weekend, but as we get closer to that December signing period, these visits get more and more important. Tell me in the comment section below who you think the most important visitor of the weekend is and where you think he's going to end up. We will see you guys next week with more recruiting info. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.